All right, the Women's Cup is on Paramount Plus. We want you to watch. So we are giving away $100 Paramount Plus gift card here at Attacking Third. To enter, you have to like this video, subscribe to Attacking Third YouTube page, and drop your social media handle in the chat or in the comments. And we'll pick a winner. You could watch NWSL, the Women's Cup, and more on Paramount Plus. So like, subscribe, and comment for a chance to win the Women's Cup. In case you missed it, it kicked off already. We chatted a little bit about it. Got kicked off on Sunday. We've already got semifinalists in play, and that is what is going to be happening this midweek match. You can watch all the matches on Paramount Plus. You can watch all highlights for the Women's Cup on Attacking Third YouTube. But we're going to have two semifinals, and now we have the introduction of the NWSL teams in the Women's Cup. So the quarterfinal round took place between AC Milan and Tokyo Verde and Club America and Tottenham. AC Milan and Club America won their quarterfinal round. So now these semifinals are set. OL Reign will be kicking things off with the first semifinal versus Club America at 5 p.m. Eastern. Why don't we have some fun and make picks in these two, Lisa? Do you have a winner in this one, OL Reign versus Club America?
So I'm super impressed with Club America and what they were able to do in their opening match of this Women's Cup, going up against a team like Tottenham that perhaps woulda, coulda, should have won this one against Club America. I think having Club America, the team from Mexico, come in and really impose their game on a Tottenham team that is in the very beginning stages of their preseason, but the Women's Super League is coming up so quickly. I think the battle between Club America and OL Reign is going to be so good to watch, just based on the different styles of play and how OL Reign really loves to move the ball, switch it from side to side, be creative in the attack. And the Club America players like to be technical on the ball, keep it close to them. It's almost like similar to what you could see from the Tokyo side, but between Club America and OL Reign, I think this will be a really big test for Laura Harvey's side. And I'm not sure if we'll see some player rotation, as this is a pretty quick turnaround for OL Reign, going from a weekend game into this Wednesday midweek match that doesn't even count towards NWSL, but it is the Women's Cup. So between these two sides, I think I see OL Reign getting the win, just because Club America did submit a goal to Tottenham at the end of this one. But I think it was almost a lucky start, not lucky start by any means. It was a great game, but I think OL Reign can understand how to attack a team a little bit better than Tokyo did. And it'll be a battle, but I think OL Reign is going to come out victorious in this one. Who do you have between Club America and OL Reign?
Listen, I want to see the upset happen. I want to see Club America go on a run and lift the Women's Cup. I would love to see that for a Liga MX Femenil team. But something that we've noted in some of our previewing and some of the interviews that we've had with players participating in the Women's Cup is there's a mix of different kind of teams here, right? Besides teams from different leagues in different countries, which are going to be representing different types of style of play, right? That's number one on the list. But there's also teams who are kind of in their preseason form right now. And I think we saw a little bit of that out of Tottenham, quite frankly. But now we've got teams that are kind of going through their seasons and they're in form. So we're seeing, obviously Racing Louisville and OL Reign, Club America, who has been, getting some fixtures in with Liga MX Femenil. It's going to be maybe a little bit different, right? And it also, I think, is going to depend on, how Laura Harvey and the Reign are going to approach this type of tournament. This is something that's happening alongside their regular season. OL Reign are currently in a bit of a playoff push, right? They're sitting in the upper half of the table, but I'm sure they want to try to bump their standing a little bit and get a higher seed, maybe even try to make a run at that shield while there's still time to do it. So I'm a little curious in terms of the personnel that we might see available for these games. I mean, we just saw an exhibition match take place between Angel City FC and Tigres Femenil, and we did not see a typical lineup against that team. We saw a lot of the bench players who have not got a lot of minutes with Angel City. That was the team that went out there and represented Angel City in a starting 11. So I'm curious as to what Laura Harvey is going to present here as well. I think that's going to come into play as well. So I think it's going to be maybe perhaps, dare I say, the more exciting of the two semifinals, because we've got a couple teams that are like in form and there's a little bit of question marks there. So I'm gonna go Club America just for parity's sake, and we'll see what we get to talk about when we recap this game as well. So let's take a look at the other semifinal. That's going to be the tournament host. It's Racing Louisville FC going to be hosting AC Milan in this semifinal. This one is going to be the later doubleheader of the two on Wednesday. This one kicking off at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Who do you got in this one, Lisa?
So I always think so much about this, and I come up with so many great stats and analytics, and I do my research because, frankly, it's my job, but I love to do it. I want an NWSL final.
I would love it.
In the Women's Cup.
I would love to see it.
So I'm just going to say Racing Louisville wins this one. However, I would not be surprised if AC Milan wins, frankly.
Look.
Just in terms of the form that Racing is in right now, I'm not sure how this midweek action is going to go for a team like this, honestly.
I'm with you on that. The Rain have shown that they are an incredibly frustrating team to play, right? We're talking a little bit about the spoilers, teams who are in that second half, lower half of the table. And Racing has shown that they are absolutely one of those teams this year. And I think they're going to continue to be a frustrating team to play against. I think they're going to present some challenges to an AC Milan side that they are not used to seeing against their other Serie A competition. Although they had a really cool opening match against Tokyo Verdy, Aslani getting a couple goals off the bench at that. So we'll see if she continues her form against Racing. But I'm going to go Racing with this as well. So we'll see if we do get that all NWSL Women's Cup final. But believe it or not, this is actually a triple header of games. So we've got the two semifinal matches, but what's kicking everything off on Wednesday is actually a fifth place game as well. So folks can actually see Tokyo Verdy and Tottenham one last time in the Women's Cup. That's going to be kicking all things off on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So you got a 2 p.m. Eastern fifth place game and then two semifinals at both 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. So make sure you tune in on Paramount Plus to watch.
Are we going to give picks for Tokyo versus Tottenham?
Why not? I'm going to say Tokyo gets this one.
I will give it to Tottenham. I'll give it to Tottenham. I don't think we saw a full game from them against Club America in that opening match of this tournament. I'm excited for this game. I really am.
We'll see. We'll see how it breaks down. There is the women's ICC taking place as well. This is actually just getting kicked off. Women's Cup has been in progress, but WICC is going to kick off on August 17th through the 20th. Portland Thorns are hosting this tournament in Providence Park. This similar energy into last year. They were the host of this one as well in last year's WICC. Audiences in the United States can catch all the action on ESPN, and 4 teams involved in this tournament. It is Lyon and Chelsea, Portland and Monterrey. So a good group here, exciting group. I know folks are excited to see the arrival of Chelsea because it's not Lyon's first time participating in this tournament. We got to see them go ahead and play last year, but the arrival of Chelsea, the introduction of Monterrey, cool to see Rayadas in this mix. It's the first time that a Liga MX Femenil team participates with the WICC. And that's very cool because I kind of got on a little soapbox about some of these tournaments last year. And I said, gosh, you know what's really missing from a lot of these tournaments, in my opinion, are Mexican teams. I would love to see like some Latin American clubs in some of these tournaments. And one of the criterias for women's ICC is the way they flesh out this tournament. Teams that are invited to participate in this have to be entering the WICC as winners within their respective league. So Chelsea's coming in as, Super League, when we got Lyon coming in as winners in their league. We've got Portland Thorns, coming off of their shield, and we've got Monterrey coming in to the mix as well, having won in Liga MX Femenil. So I'm very excited for this as well. There's almost too much soccer happening this week/this weekend, but make sure you tune in for Lyon and Chelsea at 8:30 p.m. Eastern and Portland versus Monterrey at 11 p.m. Eastern. The double final date will be on Saturday at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern, so you'll get a chance to see third place match and the cup final. So tune into that if you are able. But that's a wrap for us here today on Attacking Third. Make sure you watch all the soccer. There's nothing wrong with, saying, hey, I'm going to dedicate a whole 12 hours to watching soccer. We do it quite often. So, if you want to have your brain fried and scrambled with soccer and feel like Lisa and I on some weekends, feel free to join on in. But if not, you can always come back and just tune in with us and we'll have all the updates for you. So thank you all for listening to us.